Hi, I've suffered with RSI for a few years, and I've developed a number of tips to cope. First off, I'm going to talk about eating. Now, in terms of the choice of meals you have, there are three general principles. Your food should be easy to prepare in terms of handwork, easy to clear up, and, most importantly, it needs to be easy to get a mouthful of it into your mouth. That last one is a bit weird to think about, but it's effectively how hard it is to move your hands around the food, collect together a mouthful, and how steady you have to be to move it into your mouth. So you shouldn't have any meals which require you to grab onto lots of different things in different places. Try to have fewer things that require cutting with a knife and fork, and if you still do, try to have a preference for ones which are easier to cut apart, so for example choosing fish fingers more than a tough steak. I tend to eat many things out of a soup bowl because gravity pulls things towards the center so I don't have to chase the food around the plate. And if you can easily eat a meal with a spoon, then it's a good meal because you can just swap hands whenever one starts aching more than the other. Here are a few examples. Salads are very hard to chop up and to put together with a spoon or a fork, so they should be avoided in making and sparingly eaten. If you're having chips, choose larger ones rather than straw ones, because the straw ones are harder to grab with fingers or a fork. For spaghetti, if you had one of those spinning electric forks, then maybe it's doable, but otherwise it's far too much manual work. Microwavable meals, though not always the most nutritious or tasty, generally require very little hand use to prepare, so it's worth trying to find ones that you like. In terms of buying food, on the assumption that you're on low income as a result of the disability, you will already have experience of trying to balance cost, taste, calories and nutrition, and any food allergies or intolerances you may have. You'll now have to consider how much wrist strain is involved in eating each particular food, which makes the whole problem much more difficult. I have some positive examples which I'll demonstrate in a later video.